Hey everyone, Hippygypsyreader here again with another daily tarot reading for October 16, 2022. Thank you so much for tuning back in over here to my YouTube channel. I appreciate all of you so very much for being curious about today's overall energetic look. This is the extended reading for that mini reading that was posted to my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook pages. So if you were here from any one of those platforms, I appreciate your curiosity. Thank you so much for coming over here to check out that extended reading. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so very much for all of your likes, all of your comments, everything. I'm feeling it. All of that energetic exchange, it's definitely resonating. And if you are already here from one of those other platforms and you're already a subscriber, everyone across the board, all of your views, likes, shares, comments, follows, subscribe, saves, helps me to better attune to you. Remember, this is for the Journal Collective, so I'm trying to read for as many of you as possible, right? So if anything does not fit at all for you, please don't try and force it into your world if it is not for you. I do readings as much as possible. I try and do one every single day. I'm trying to do the monthlies right now for October, and then I will start working on November. Can you believe how fast this year's going? Goodness. All right. If it happens to be your birthday today on October 16th, happy birthday. I hope you'll have a beautiful Sunday birthday. We're going to go back over everything. If you have not seen that mini reading and you're curious, those links are in the description box attached to this video. Help yourself. That is a quick 3-minute video, and it is on, like I said, 3 different platforms. So you have plenty of options to choose from on how to get that viewing and to see how these cards got on the table and my initial reaction. If you're not at all curious, don't worry, I go back over everything. We're going to do more clarification, run out some advice, and then look for some oracle to close out the reading. It is a gloomy, cloudy day. Not gloomy. It's a cloudy day. It's beautifully overcast, and I love these days. It's been rainy all morning. It's fan-flippin-tastic, but it's going to be glasses all reading because I can't really see. All right. For today, kids, we've got that Ten of Swords energy coming in. Ten of Swords is indicating that we are done. There has been an indication of some sort of backstabbing, a betrayal. Somebody has stabbed you in the back 10 times and you are done, right? So that is a lot of information, truth, and knowledge that has hit you hard. And you are kind of figuring out how to best proceed forward after being done. You know, there is that light on the horizon. So there is something coming new. Whenever something ends, something begins, right? So tens are about completion. So we have completed something that is needing to be figured out here. And that is about information, truth, and knowledge, right? So we have a betrayal. We have some sort of backstabbing energy showing up for today. And clarifying that, we have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Five of Cups. So there is a lot of sadness here going along with this, and we are choosing to emotionally leave something behind. We are using our patience and planning here with that Seven of Pentacles to try and figure out how. This is somebody who's going to be very methodical and very patient in figuring out how to best proceed forward. This is something that we are definitely going to have to emotionally abandon, as that Eight of Cups comes out, indicating that there is going to be sadness. That's just the way it is. Whenever we are invested in something, this much deceit and this much backstabbing absolutely hurts. We've invested in something, we've put a lot of work and effort into something, and it is over. And we're figuring out probably for some of you in the worst possible way, through deceit, through backstabbing, through betrayal. So there is sadness here coming in to indicate that this is going to be something that you will be walking away from. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is talking about collaborating with others. This is also possibly indicating that this could be at the workplace. This could be something you're figuring out has happened at your workplace, because the Seven of Pentacles is coming in again. So we've been hard at work on something, and we're kind of waiting to see the fruits of our labor kind of come to fruition, right? And you can see here in this Seven of Pentacles that they've done the hard work, and there's nothing you can do but wait, nurture, figure out, kind of see what happens based on everything that you've put into something. We do have a firm foundation being set up here with that Four of Wands energy coming through. This is talking about celebratory energy, and it's also talking about marriage, commitment, weddings. And then again, we have the Hierophant talking about, again, commitment, marriage, tradition, right? So this is also about taking lessons and moving ahead with those as well, and being able to teach others with all this wisdom that we have obtained. That's another possibility for that Hierophant energy. Page of Pentacles under that. Some good news is coming in for you. It could also be somebody bringing in a new offer. If something is finished at a workplace and you're feeling like you've been backstabbed in deceit, had some deceit and some betrayal at your workplace, there could be a new offer coming in, something that you can start over. And this could be something that's indicating that you're patiently planning on how to best leave a situation so that you can move on to something else. And all the effort and hard work and the relationships that you've built is something that's going to be emotional to leave behind, right? That's a possibility for some of you. There is an outlook of great victory and success with the Six of Wands. You could be getting a lot of attention, a lot of notoriety here. This is also talking about somebody basically having that kind of spotlight energy as well with that Six of Wands. You could be getting a lot of positive feedback whenever you do move on. Then we have the Three of Wands also talking about movement forward, moving on. This is about literally possibly moving, right? So this is about travel. This could be going a long distance for some of you for that Three of Wands. Here's that Wheel of Fortune talking about karmic lessons being learned. There's a good luck turning in our favor as well. So you could have a lot of good luck whenever you are moving ahead. Here comes your head. Here comes your head, because you've had these arguments, you've had this defeat, you've had this, feeling of having, right? This Five of Swords is about defeat. That's about conflict, arguments, a lot of aggression. Five of Wands, talking about obstacles, challenges being presented to you. You have to figure out how to overcome this. Somebody could have possibly put you in competition with somebody else and you're having an argument about that. Five of Pentacles. I love when universe does this. It does it all the time. If you watch my readings, you'll see this a lot. 555. Changes. We have some changes coming in, and we have material and financial changes that are occurring because of these conflicts, because of this defeat, because of this the competition that's being presented to you. Could be at the workplace with this material financial changes coming in. That's the truth. There is an awareness. There is some sort of clear thinking, some clear-minded energy coming through for you with that Ace of Swords. And again, that's also indicating a triumphant success, a new success coming in. Here comes the Emperor. Something is going to be very long-standing. You're going to take a more authoritative approach. And this is going to be something you can really emotionally invest in here with that Ace of Cups also showing up. And then we have the Four of Pentacles talking about you holding on tightly to everything that you have accrued, all of your abundance, prosperity, wealth. You're holding tightly to that. And you're able to move on to calmer waters here with that Six of Swords. So you're taking all this information, truth, and knowledge and moving on. Lots of moving on energy coming through for this reading once again. Even though there is the feeling of like we've been stabbed in the back and we're kind of at an ending, you know, that's not the end of us, right? You don't just stop there, we move on. You're figuring out, basically, there's a lot of planning and patience in figuring out how to best emotionally abandon something that has been not serving you well. This is a search for truth, a search for happiness, because there is sadness attached to whatever has caused this ending. Okay. The good news is, everything on the board instantly is all minor arcana, which makes me to believe that this is all just kind of a momentary thing that is going to be easy to process. It may not feel like it now, and it may feel a little harsh and a little difficult to kind of figure your way out of. But with all of this minor arcana, that is indicating to me that Spirit's telling me that this is going to be something that's going to be moved on from quickly, even though it feels big and huge in the moment, right? For some of you. For some of you, it just feels like this. How do you move on from this, right? This is painful. This is utter deceit. This is utter betrayal. 10 whole swords in your back. How do you get up from that? This dude is dead, right? So you move on. There is absolute ability to move on because you're patiently planning to do so. And then victory and success is absolutely coming through in the end here. It could be something to do in the workplace, but there's absolutely nothing stopping you from being able to work hard, to be able to build this firm foundation, to be able to achieve everything that you put your head and your heart into. You're having a great offer coming in that's going to bring you into this luxurious, abundant prosperity here with that Queen of Pentacles. I didn't even go this far. That Queen of Pentacles showing up, that is somebody who's very mature, very luxurious. This is somebody who's also very caring and very giving. This is somebody who's very nurturing, right? They're able to really give to somebody else. There's that liar cheater again. There's that deceit, and that's somebody from the past here. Somebody from the past has really kind of put one over on you. That's the truth. There could be an apology coming through, but you're taking a more detached approach here with that Queen of Wands coming through. You're being very tempered, very balanced, taking a lot of strength and courage and standing up for yourself and having a lot of emotional maturity in doing so. Those secrets have been revealed and you see things clearly, right? Okay, that is a possibility. Let's clarify and see what Spirit has to say. We're going to look at 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and then the 10 of Swords after that. From our beautiful guides for my lovely collective for today, October 16th. Look at that 7 of Pentacles, please. High Priestess. And the High Priestess coming in telling you to definitely use your connectivity with your higher self. You go to your higher power. 2 of Pentacles is talking about movement. There's a little bit of some sort of financial stress occurring here because this is a decision that needs to be made. You're juggling. You're trying to figure out how to best balance and keep everything moving because there's a lot of chaos going on around you. With that 2 of Pentacles, I'll show you in a second, that is about a lot of emotional turmoil going on around you, yet you are juggling to keep everything in balance, right? As you can see there, you can see all the water and chaos behind them, and they are just up there performing, keeping it all together, right? Let me get one more for that 7 of Pentacles, indicating some clarity, please. Thank you. The Star card. Healing. Yeah. Healing, manifestations, spirituality. So you're definitely being called to use your intuition, your spirituality, your higher power to help you progress through this, like always. Let's look at that 8 of Cups, please. Wow, lots. Okay, 8 of Cups is being clarified by the Magician reversing the Lover's card. Could be dealing with an Aries. We have Aquarius also, and we also have strong Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, as well as Gemini energy as well. Decisions, choices, some major decisions were made about some sort of manipulation, some trickery. 3 of Wands coming out, talking about moving ahead, forward planning. You're figuring out how to move on, and the decision is going to be altering, life altering here. All the major arcana is coming out in the clarifications here. So these are the choices and decisions that will be made because of this motion. Anything that was done to you here is causing great shifts in your life, and this is going to be very transformative. It's looking like these illusions, this trickery, somebody was very manipulative, and you're figuring out a lot of major decisions to be able to move ahead, move on. You have a lot of forward planning here. 5 of Cups, please. Ten of Swords reversed. 10 of Swords reversed. So you're rising above. It's painful, but you're learning from the past. These are lessons that probably you're tired of learning, right? These are lessons that you know you're a little bit annoyed at this emotional loss here, that you're having to do this probably yet again, right? But this is this learning from the past. You're escaping ruin. You know, we repeat cycles until we get the lesson, but it feels like this is finally getting it. We're learning. We're moving ahead. We're overcoming and rising above. Let me get 2 more for this 5 of Cups energy, please. Oh. Thank you. The King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. So you're taking a lot of spirituality approach to having the ability to move on. You're learning from the past by being very compassionate, being very emotionally grounded, and you're having a lot of success with that. You're having a lot of good luck, and karma is turning in your favor here with this Fortune card. There's a lot of destiny, cycles of life. 10 of Swords, please. Clarify that 10 of Swords for me. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands in Tarot is universally known as the player. That's somebody who is exciting, charming, action-oriented. They're a real free spirit, man. They just don't really kind of hang around too long. They're kind of coming in with yielding that wand, and they don't really get off the horse. They're in and out. So, but to be fair, they do indicate as such. Whenever they're in the upright position here, they let you know up front. I am having a lot of fun in life right now. I just want to tell you that right up front. And then, but they're charming. They're very attractive. Here we go, 8 of Wands. A lot of communication, a lot of emails, a lot of text messages. This is excitement. This is quick action, movement. Emperor. Somebody probably communicated. Okay. The Strength card is at the bottom. You know, I feel like you're probably making a lot of decisions and having some communication towards, you know, the temptation is there of the excitement, but I feel like this Emperor energy is more the attraction and the more of the focus for you. This could be that they told you that they were this Emperor energy, but yet they are just a Knight of Wands. That they were going to be, you know, somebody dependable, somebody stable, somebody focused. But this Knight of Wands is somebody who is a very free spirit. They're very in and out. They take risks. They're exciting. They're action-oriented. They're adventurous. That is not very Emperor energy, right? These could not be more different. They could not be more different. This Emperor is somebody who gets things done, and they have a lot to do. This is somebody who's very driven, very focused, very confident that they can get everything done, as well as they are very logical, practical. That is a head of state, supreme ruler. That's the king of all kings. And here is this energy of the knight swinging around his wand, right? So there could have been some information that you have found out through text messages, DMs, information, what have you. There was a lot of communication coming forward, letting you know that this Knight of Wands is actually somebody who is a backstabber, betrayal. You know, they could have told you, hey, you know, maybe, you know, you could change me into the Emperor. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But you're finding out through this 8 of Wands energy that that's actually not the case, which is leading you to ultimately feel totally deceived by somebody telling you one thing, but actually never indicating that they're not going to do that. They have no intention of getting off this horse. They're not getting off this horse, and they are not putting away their wand, right? So that is that information coming through here. You have a lot of patience and planning because you are patiently looking at something different. You're making a decision to focus on your healing and to really tune into your spirituality and use your higher power, your intuition, your connectivity with your higher self. That is your focus. That's your drive right now, not this playing around energy. I do feel like this is the emotional withdrawal happening here, that you have invested probably the last time into somebody who is manipulative and tricking you into feeling like this is going to be something, you know, worthwhile, because this is somebody who is untrustworthy. This is somebody who's brought a lot of insecurity to you, and you feel like they were very conniving. So ultimately, you're making a major decision and a very profound choice here with that Gemini energy showing up for the Lover's card to move ahead. You have forward planning, and you're moving ahead, and you're letting this go. There's a lot of confidence and a lot of forward momentum in doing so. But ultimately, you do feel like there is sadness, but you're overcoming it. Like I said before, whenever I started the reading, that this is all minor arcana, right? So this is something you're like, oh, okay, now I'm finally getting it. I'm finally getting it. These people will tell you one thing, but you have to let them show you before we give it all away up front, right? We have to understand that people will tell you anything, but there's nothing wrong with taking your time, being very patient, and having to do with any kind of investment that you put in anybody to make sure that the words match the actions. And I feel like this is a lesson that you're learning here, but it's a sad lesson, but you're learning from the past. This is something you've done before. For some of you, I do feel like there will be some sort of a soulmate union with a King of Cup energy because we're able to move ahead. But I highly recommend going through that healing and detaching from past process before we bring in somebody else, because that's something that needs to be let go of. Besides, your frequency will attract the frequency that you're currently in. So it's important to raise your frequency before we go out and try to, you know, see if we are an energetic match for anyone else. And besides, looking for it, like I've said before, looking for it, that's not law of attraction. If you go chasing love, it's going to run from you. That's how universe works. It plays your game with you. If you like to chase love, cool. I'm going to make it run from you, since you like to chase love. Since you like to go after it and you like to hunt it down, universe has no choice but to play that game with you and say, okay, cool. You like to chase it? Here it goes. Go get it. It's going to run that way. It's going to run that way. It's going to run that way. And since you like to chase it, you're not going to be able to catch it. If you just let go and let universe and be like, okay, I'm just going to focus on my spiritual healing, my connectivity with self, raising my frequency, healing and learning from my past, and moving into an energy of compassion, love, kindness, and then watching the cycles of life come into good fortune for me. You know, moving into that energy, that attracts somebody of a higher level. That doesn't leave room for the Knight of Wands to come around and have any sort of any kind of sway in your life whatsoever, because it becomes unappealing once you realize, you know, that's the kind of energy that we've brought forward once again, because universe will continue to test you until you get the lessons. That's the fun game. That's why we're here. And you're having a lot of strength and courage here with that strength card coming in. My ears are going bananas. Here comes the Six of Swords talking about moving on. So you have a lot of control, a lot of action, and a lot of determination to move on to calmer waters. This healing is absolutely happening, and I have an absolute feeling it has to do with you know, being done, starting over. Wow. Okay. Page of Wands is coming in, talking about good news. We have new exciting plans to move ahead. The Ace of Pentacles showing up talks about new opportunity, new venture. So you're moving on, and there's going to be a lot of success and adventure coming in with that. There's going to be a lot of recognition, a lot of opportunity. This could be a new job offer for some of you. As soon as you let go of any old karmic ties and old patterns, as soon as we start changing our frequency, we start manifesting and attracting new higher frequency vibrations, right? This could bring in, you know, new exciting plans to move on and possibly look for new work. The Queen of Wands and the Three of Pentacles showing up with the Page of Cups here talks about a lot of confidence, a lot of independence. When you do this healing and you process everything and you move on and you make the conscious decision to take all of this power and control back to your life and you move on, this looks very attractive to others. This looks very attractive, and then you start to attract more of the like. You're very cheerful, you're very optimistic. This brings in a higher frequency vibe, which starts attracting in new opportunities, new ventures. You're then even more so raising your confidence and your independence here, which is bringing you the ability to team up with others. And you have a lot of great collaboration with these new abundant offers. You have a lot of dedication. There's a lot of learning coming forward. You could be studying something. We do have the Page of Cups showing up, talking about a happy surprise. This could be kids. There's a lot of page energy showing up with your clarification. So, Eight of Cups, moving on. Nine of Cups right after. You could receive an apology for some of you. Whenever you go in and you start working on things and you start achieving wonderful, positive things in your life, you start committing to your studies, you start committing to your goals, that attracts a lot of attention to you. Somebody could be coming back in with an apology to let you know how sorry they were that they hurt you. You're making the conscious decision to search for happiness and to be able to emotionally, again, move on from that with that Eight of Cups showing up. You're emotionally moving on, and you are emotionally fulfilled and independent here with that Nine of Cups showing up at the end. You have a lot of high self-esteem, a lot of abundance through this healing journey, through this path, through this learning of these lessons. You are able to apply this information and move forward and have your wishes granted. You're realizing all of your dreams here. You're having a lot of abundance and prosperity come forward for you once you do the healing and you go through that path and journey, right? Okay, let's see here. I'm going to pull one. Chaos and conflict. Okay, chaos and conflict at the bottom of the deck, and we're going to the sea. To the sea, number 7. Chaos and conflict, number 33. Okay. Isn't it wonderful when you feel free? Excuse me. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in ways that are fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. Okay, going with the flow. Absolutely allowing the universe to let things happen and not trying to hold on to things too tightly, because then you're going to produce a tower moment. If you try to hold on to something too tightly that universe is showing you is not for you, then it will rip it from you, right? So this is about being able to go with the flow. And that is allowing for manifestations to occur for you as well, because you're not trying to resist everything and you're blocking your abundance whenever you're holding on to things that are not supposed to be. You have to let go. You have to, being in flow, returning to source, right? We have that higher power connectivity being requested of us over here with the star card and the high priestess, talking about our patience and planning, because that is how we're going to be able to understand our path, is by connecting to source, right? So let go of any kind of conditions and any kind of issues that we have that are blocking us from being able to manifest greatness, right? Okay, chaos and conflict at the back, 33. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere, but consider the value of chaos that serves you well as you become unamored by it. Scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, projected outward and creating disarray. You may find yourself at a cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you can't control. Yet every storm passes and chaos leads to reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than just one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than to be understood. Okay. So this is about being at cross purposes with each other, and then tension of opposites. So the chaos is brought in because things are about to go into the calm. But these are the things that make you appreciate the calm. So we're supposed to find the beauty in the chaos and understand that this is a reason for us to be able to learn and to be able to understand and appreciate the times that are calm. So this is also about learning what no longer serves you and what led you to get to the chaotic parts, right? So we're able to shed those energies and leave them in the storm mess, right? So all that mess that gets left behind, pieces of us get left with that caused the chaos, that caused the disarray. So spirit guides are calling you to kind of understand what those pieces are, rather than trying to be understood and defending our chaos. We have to just kind of understand how we got to that chaotic place, right? So that's what Spirit is calling you for there. Wow, that was a channeled message. I don't even think I could repeat that, so I hope, interesting. Thank you, universe. Okay, we're going to pull from here. I promise you it does get better. So hang in there. Hang in there. These are messages from your future higher self. So they're letting you know that you're shedding energies that no longer match your frequency. Was I not just saying that? You're changing your frequency. And to change that, you have to shed old energies, shed these lessons, shed these patterns, these repeat behavioral patterns that bring you to the point that makes everything go into chaos, that brings us to the point to where we're accepting people's words versus understanding what they are presenting to us may not be at face value. And we have to really kind of hold ourselves to a higher standard, right? So shed those energies that no longer match your frequency and continue to raise your frequency, because make people raise up to you. Don't lower yourself. You're stepping into a brand new chapter. Yeah, we're elevating. We're about to be untouchable as high as you elevate. Once you connect with Source, the levels that you raise yourself are unobtainable by the mediocre, by the knights swinging their wands, right? They can't touch you anymore. They have to raise up. They have to put that wand down, get in a chair, and become that sexy king of wands sitting in a chair and be a good boy like the King of Cups, who is at the end of your reading. All right, and again, there is no gender, and I just say that because that's who is on the board, right? So I'm only talking about that as this is a knight. I'm only talking about gender in that way, but this is their energies. Take it as it resonates, please. There's a path you're meant to be on. Trust it. Trust that path. That, again, is about letting that universal flow, letting universe take you where it wants you to be, right? So trust the flow. You will break free from all that no longer serves you. Your future higher self is telling you that it is on the horizon here and it is happening. Continue to do the healing. Continue to try and connect with your higher self. Do that every single day. Go into your meditative state and really, really connect with your intuition and your higher self. Really nourish that relationship first. Make that relationship the one that everyone else has to come and be a part of, is your relationship with you and your higher self. Right? They're not just coming in for you and then we all meld and the way Disney told us that it was supposed to be. You know, you have a lot of healing to do, and then your frequency is really valuable, right? Explore the possibilities. Bottom of the deck, we're going to be exploring those possibilities. That's about opening your mind and really being free to understand and be open-minded to what's coming in for you right now. And that will have a lot to do with your connectivity as well, through meditation, with your connection with your intuition and higher self too. So, all right, my beautiful collective, I feel like that was your message for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this helped and resonated. Be sure and like, share, comment, subscribe, and so I am able to better attune to each and every single one of you. Be sure and head over to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook on my other platforms. Give me a follow over there, as I am posting all of the time on those other platforms. Daily affirmations, celestial events, tarot tips, all of the mini readings go there, so help yourself over there. I will see you there. And be sure and check that description box attached to this video if you're interested in how to get a hold of me for a personal reading or information about any of the decks that I use. And I'm wishing you all love, light, abundance, and positive vibes. I hope you'll have a beautiful day. I will see you soon.